Hey everybody, this video will talk about solving a quadratic inequality. Now we can see with this inequality x squared plus 2x less than 8 that we don't have something that says less than 0 like we did on our factored quadratic inequality. So we always, because we want to check where the graph is above or below the x-axis, we always want to make sure that we have a 0 on one side. So if I were to subtract 8 on both sides, I would get x squared plus 2x minus 8 is less than 0. So that's my goal. I got less than or greater than or something 0. Okay. Now I can go ahead and factor. So this factors into x plus 4 times x minus 2 is less than 0. So where is this function f of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 8 below the x-axis? So I can check my two zeros. Those are going to be my changing points from either above or below. And those are going to happen at my 0 points. So those happen at x equals -4 and 2. Now, I don't want my function to equal 0 because I have a less than sign, not a less than or equal to sign. So at -4 equals 0, so I need an open circle at -4 and an open circle at 2. And then I can check points in between. So let's check -6, 0, and 6. And whatever the sign, either positive or negative, that we get out will be if the function is above the x-axis, it'll be a positive. If it's below the x-axis, it'll be a negative. So let's plug in -6 to our factored form, -6 plus 4 times -6 minus 2. This is going to be a negative times a negative. Remember, I don't need the actual value, I just need the sign, which is going to end up giving me a positive overall. But I wanted a negative, so that is not going to work out. If I plug in 0, I'll get 0 plus 4, and then 0 minus 2, which is a positive times a negative, so I'm going to have a negative overall there. So between -4 and 2, I dip below my x-axis. So it actually looks somewhat like this. And I'm going to end up having all of these inputs between x's -4 and 2 will give me a value that is less than 0. If I plug in 6, I'll get 6 plus 4 times 6 minus 2, which is a positive times a positive, which is going to be give me overall a positive. So that those x values are going to give me outputs above my x-axis. Okay, so -4 to 2 is my answer. I can write that in interval notation by going from -4, not including -4, to a positive 2. So the number line and the interval notation represent the same thing. They're x values that make the function x squared plus 2x minus 8 less than 0.